guys, so I'm Tintin, negative Kenji, whatever you want to call me. And today we're gonna be doing a what if called what if Deku had the Sharingan. And with that being said, let's get straight into the what if. So the way that Deku would get the Sharingan, let's say that someone had chakra. Let's talk about like the Naruto in the past. Let's say that everybody has chakra. It just forms in quirks, and yeah, the chakra is basically the quirks, and Deku chakra or quirk will be a ancient quirk that hasn't been even seen in centuries. It'll be called the Sharingan. As the doctors will know this, and they'll be like, "What? He had legendary Sharingan from over 1,000 years ago." As they're amazed, and they're like, "You'll be the #1 hero for sure." He's like, "Really?" And he's like, "With this quirk, it's only the beta version of it, but there are full forms that you can get. There's one Tomoe, the one that you have now. Then there's two Tomoes, there's three Tomoes, and then finally, the Mangekyo Sharingan, which is able to copy quirks and everything really." And Deku smiles, thinking, if I get this Mangekyo Sharingan, I could have all my quirks. And then as we skip 4 years, Deku trains with the first Tomoe Sharingan. And let's say, since, you know, the one Tomoe Sharingan only gives you a 1%, like, well, not necessarily 1%, but not a very good percent on your strength and speed and overall physical attributes. Let's say that it gives all of his physical attributes up to 10% of one fall for the one Tomoe Sharingan. Yes, his physical attributes will be 10% of one fall for the one Tomoe Sharingan. And as he trains with this, and as he later on gets the two Tomoe Sharingan after 4 years, let's say that this is around 30 or 40% of one for all. I know, very big jump. And then he's been sticking with the one Tomoe because he doesn't think he'll be meeting All Might anytime soon until probably he gets anyway. As Bakugo isn't a bully anymore because he's not at the top of his class. He's second to Deku, which he won't even have the name Deku now because Bakugo doesn't have no reason to give it to him. So from now on, I will refer to him as Izuku. And as Izuku, as we skip to the last day of his middle school, as the teacher comes in and is like, we should really be thinking about our careers. And as he's like, who am I kidding? I know you all want to go to the hero quiz. As everybody shows off their quirks, and then Deku gets irritated as he uses the Sharingan in a 3-to-1 real quick and puts everybody in a genjutsu, sitting everybody down. And he's like, that was not needed, but thank you, Deku. And as it's like, there's two kids here that want to go UA. Can you guess? And as everybody whispers, it'll be Izuku and Bakugo, obviously. As Katsuki Bakugo goes, of course, it's me and Izuku. We're gonna be the best heroes. I'll even get stronger than him one day. As then Deku says, sure, Bakugo. As the day goes on, and as after school, Bakugo's like, wanna hang out, Izuku? And as Izuku's like, sure, I don't see why not, as he's not really a diehard nerd. He's as smart as Bakugo. It's not just a little bit lower, because he's been training all of his life. As they go to the arcade, the sludge villain is in the bottle, as Bakugo doesn't mess with it, as he just looks at it and says, disgusting, then leaves it be. As the sludge villain event never happens, the sludge villain ends up getting in a dumpster from one of those prisoners that pick up trash. He puts them in the trash and the sludge villain is going to make it to the dumpster and then be dumped off conveniently at the beach. He'll conveniently be dropped off at the beach where Deku will go train with Bakugo the next day. And as they train, they see the same sludge villain. As they're like, is Bakugo like, I saw that yesterday, Izuku. It was kind of creepy, but I decided not to mess with it. Should we check it out now? As Izuku's like, I don't see why not. As they go over, pick up the sludge villain and unscrew the top, as the sludge villain hops out, tries to get one of them. But Deku quickly makes the 3 to 1 Sharingan and puts the sludge villain against Jutsu, just paralyzing it. As Deku's eye starts to bleed, as he hasn't had much work with the Sharingan. Let's just say that all the Sharingans more taxing on the body since of the quirk singularity. Yes, the quirk singularity. And as that happened, they'll not defeat, but dispose of all the trash. As one day, Small Might is walking by the beach, just looking at the trash, as he sees Deku and Bakugo training there, as Bakugo and Deku juggle a fridge with Izuku using the 3 to 1 Sharingan and Bakugo using. Okay, we're gonna give a manga spoiler, so like skip ahead a few seconds. But if you know, in the anime there's this theory that Bakugo's quirk is updated. I'll find a picture of it. You can see his explosions. They're like sparks. They don't look the same. They look different. That's basically what the conspiracy is on Bakugo's quirk evolution. As that's basically Bakugo's quirk evolution. And so Bakugo's explosion now look like that, as they're more vicious and do way more damage to the surrounding area, do way more surface area damage. As Deku is almost on the Mangekyo, but I'm gonna give. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'll tell y'all in this part later though, when that time comes. As Deku has the Mangekyo, but he can't get the Eternal Mangekyo. But I'll show y'all a way how I'm gonna get him the Eternal Mangekyo, and it's gonna be beneficial to that teacher as well. And so, as one day All Might, or Small Might to be exact, walks by, as he buffs up and he's like, "You guys did this beach like this, didn't you?" And Bakugo and Deku are like, well, yeah, it was just for some training though. Sorry if we can use our quirk like this. And he's like, no, it's okay. I'd rather have the beach like this than looking absolutely horrid. So actually, thank you. And then as he goes into small my form, not out of exhaustion, but just to show them something. As so he's like, so kids, I want to tell y'all something. And as they're like, oh, people are yelling crap. Alright, you shouldn't be able to hear them because they're not yelling as bad as now. But I stopped off with All Might showing them his injury, and just like he demonstrated it to Deku in the normal anime when he was in the roof. And he says, I want one of you to inherit my quirk. I would say Zuko, but like your quirk is already strong enough. So young Bakugo. Well, you wouldn't say young Bakugo, but you say young man. Would you accept my quirk? One for all. As he's like, I have a name, All Might. And remember, because I'll be the next hero. My name is Katsuki Bakugo. And yes, I will take your quirk. And as Deku gets a smirk on his face, and as he says, better put it to good use, Bakugo. As he offered it to you, not me. He's like, I won't put it to just good use. Now that I have two quirks, I'll demolish you. As he says, we'll see about that, Bakugo. Bakugo trains his body to hold over 50% of one for all. And yes, I'll be making the protagonist, you heard it, with an S, so there's multiple Bakugo and Deku. Or, my bad, Izuku. Or very overpowered. So as they go to the entrance exam, they're unluckily in the same area, for at least for the rest of the kids. As Bakugo and Deku move as soon as the gate opens, but breaking the gate, and as everybody's speechless, as they destroy every robot in one swift motion, like it was just 1 second. As they both go back, fist bumping with all the robots exploding in synergy. As Nezu decides to bring out the 0 pointer early. As he lets the 0 pointer out, the 0 pointer goes to them as they jump. As Bakugo uses 100% smash, and as Deku flickers into Mangekyo, as soon as he punches, as they both punch the synergy, disintegrating all of the 0 pointers. As they both come down exhausted, Bakugo's hand is shattered, and Deku's eyes are bleeding. And she's like, man, I'm never gonna get the Eternal Mangekyo. Nobody else in this world has the freaking Sharingan. Ugh. As they get in, but they have to wait a little bit longer, as they had destroyed the robot, and as they had to get more robots to rerun the test for the rest of the kids. As everybody took the test, and everybody that got in the original got in, so I see no reason for them to get in. Except the 0 pointer will be fine, so they'll probably have an extra 0 pointer for the sport festival. Or it wouldn't be fine, it'll just be damaged a little bit. So, we move on to the first day of UA, and as Deku and Bakugo walk through the halls, everybody's speechless. As they're like, those the guys that got over 3,000 points each. And as everybody's scared, and as Bakugo and Deku are like, look like we already made a name for ourselves, and that was pretty easy. Izuku's like, yeah. Or Izuku's like, yeah. We might just be able to run this school. As they go to their class, and everybody's like, they hear. As Uraka tries to use her quirk, but as I was like, don't just be using your quirk willy-nilly. As Izuku's like, he might have another form of the Sharingan. I have to talk to him about this after school. As He goes through the day as they do the quirk assessment. As Deku gets over 4 kilometers, or no, 5 kilometers, or 5,000 meters. But to the surprise of everyone, Bakugo got more. Well, not to the surprise of everyone, but mostly to the surprise of the viewers. Bakugo got higher since he got explosions in One for All. As the only thing Izuku did was activate the Tutomo Sharingan, since he didn't want to go all out. And as Aizawa realizes this, and he says, if you don't go all out, when he said, were you holding back, Izuku? He says, yeah, just a little bit. As he said, okay, then you think this is a joke. Whoever gets last place gets expelled. As everybody does their same except for Bakugo and Deku. With Deku being first, using the 3-1 and trying to hold it through all the tests. As he actually is able to do it, as Bakugo gets second, then there's Momo, then Todoroki, and so on and so forth, as the original has. A kid with purple balls for hair is convulsing to himself. Like, no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. I can't be expelled. I need to get the baddies. And he's like, go to the office, ask for a spot in general studies. I thought you had potential to be a hero. Seems like I was wrong. She said, no, you can't do that. As he's dragged out by Aizawa's scarf. And as Deku smiles and as he's sure that Aizawa has his Sharingan, as the school, as the day ends, as Deku or Izuku goes, to Aizawa, he's like, I want to get the Eternal Mangekyo. We can trade eyes and get the Eternal Mangekyo. Do you have the 3 Tomoe? Do you have the Mangekyo? And he's like, what are you talking about, kid? As he just takes Aizawa's eyes out and takes his out and swaps him. As Deku tries to activate the Mangekyo, as he's able to activate the Mangekyo. And so is Aizawa. And he's like, kid, what did you do? As he's holding his eyes, he's like, I gave you the Mangekyo. Good day, sir. As he walks away, as Aizawa goes to the infirmary. I'm sorry if I'm saying as so much. It's a bad habit that I need to break when I'm making stories. Or because I hadn't enough time to do the script because I feel like crap. But yeah. So, he goes to the infirmary and makes sure his eyes are good. As he can see through them, but he's kind of suspicious. As he says, it's like nothing happened to your eyes. Actually, there's just a bit of blood around them. That's all. As he's confused, as he goes to sleep, and the next day he goes in the bathroom, and as he's brushing his teeth, he activates his quirk just for good measure. See if his quirk still works, and Deku just didn't fill his quirk like that. As he activates it, it formed from a 1-1 with the sharp stab to the 2-1 with the sharper stab, with the 3-1 with the sharper tab, and finally, let's say Aizawa actually gets Shishui's eye, because I don't want him and Deku to have the same eyes, or Zuku to have some eyes. I keep on saying Deku. And as Deku trains a little bit before, and as he tries to activate his eyes at the same time as Aizawa, as it goes from a 1 to 2 to a 3, as it doesn't get a sharp pain since he's already done it before. Then he goes to the Mangekyo Sharingan, as it gets a sharp pain as it starts bleeding, but he's fine. And then he tries to go up one more. As he yells, "Oh, go plus Ultra!" As his mom runs upstairs, says he has the Amaterasu eyes. Yes, Deku just got the Amaterasu. As he doesn't know this as the Amaterasu, but we do. So let's just keep that to ourselves for now. As the villains versus hero test happens, as All Might runs to the door like, I'm coming to the door like a hero. As everybody goes fanboys or fangirls over All Might. Except for Bakugo and Deku, like this is an everyday thing for them. As I want to make this what if no ship, so nobody actually asks them a question. But he will have his friend and his friend group. And his friend group will be Kirishima and Bakugo and him. As they get their hero suits, as let's say Deku gets this outfit. Let's say Deku has the Akatsuki robe. So yeah, that's the Deku hero costume. As he goes out there with his hand out, like I am Zuko Midoriya. Well, he doesn't say that, but he thinks that. He thinks this is so cool. I'm really a hero. As he activates his, let's say he's Magekyo. He doesn't activate his Madarashi. I was gonna say Madarashi, but the teams will be Kirishima and Izuku versus Bakugo and Todoroki. As Todoroki freezes the whole building, and he's like, as Bakugo's like, it's not gonna be that easy. As he's like, huh? This will be so easy. As then he frees the whole building. As it gets to Kirishima and Izuku, as Kirishima hardens his feet as the ice breaks. And he's like, wow, he thought it was gonna be that easy. As let's say Deku accidentally used the Matarasu flames and he used the Matarasu flames to burn it up. And he's like, what? What did I just do? And he's like, you don't even know what you just did. And he's like, no, it might be an extension to my quirk. As he activates the Matarasu, keeps it activated. As he runs up the stairs, going to the 5th floor where the bomb is. As Todoroki's walking, as then Deku copies his quirk as he gets half white hair and half red. As he's like, wait, he has a fire sign. As he mixes his Matarasu flames with the Todorokis, as they're so hot, they burn him. As he punches him with a Matarasu mixed with flame, as he deactivates the Magekyo and activates it again to get rid of his quirk. As he goes up there, while he's going up there, Kirishima's tying Todoroki up as Todoroki was caught off guard. Yeah. He goes up there and he's like, Bakugo, are you ready? As he says, ready than ever. As they jump through the roof, as they have kind of like a clash battle in midair. As Deku then smacks him down to the ground, then falls through the roof, punches him. As Kirishima runs up, hardens as Bakugo's gonna explode. As Kirishima's knocked out and Bakugo's falls all the way down as Deku charges Amaterasu in his hands and flies down, smacking him in the face, knocking him out as the hero team wins. With Bakugo and Todoroki and Kirishima in the infirmary. With Deku, just a few minor scratches that didn't really matter from just little debris hitting him. As he goes back to the watch area, as I really want to go over the people that I changed to test because I don't really know them. As we just skip that, as we skip the USJ arc, as they're on the bus, and let's say, okay, I'm gonna ship. I said there's gonna be no ship, but since there's two protagonists, I have to do a ship for the other one. As I'm gonna be doing something pretty famous in the what if, not in the what if community, but in the My Academia community as a whole. The Bakugo and Uraraka ship, like, oh, Bakugo steals Deku Hole type stuff. But yeah, So as Uraraka sitting next to Bakugo, scared, as Asumi's like, "Hey Bakugo, your quirk's pretty cool, and Deku, you have two quirks." And he says, "No, not exactly. I have one quirk, but I'm guessing the black flames are just extension of my quirk." And she's like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. What's your quirk called?" "It's an ancient quirk from 1,000 years ago that I just made one of my own." As he glances to Aizawa and glances right back as Asui sees, as she decided to keep it to herself. As they make it to the USJ, as Deku slows down time because he feels something eerie, as he sees a hint of the black portal just sitting there. As he grabs it and holds it in his hand, as they actually get to do the USJ, and then when someone tries to pop out, he uses the genjutsu as the portal closes, as Kurogi is now in the genjutsu as the USJ event never even happened because Deku wants to be smart. So now we skip to the sports fest as the race starts, as he says go for the race, as Deku shoots off using All Might's quirk with 100% of it, as he shoots off with power of a smash 100% from his legs, as he does a front flip and, and leg sweeps the robot, as robot falls on the other one, on one other. It already eliminated two robots, as he just jumps over. I forgot what that course is called in the running, as he comes up with the same strategy, as he takes up all the bombs, and he just uses Kirishima's hardening, as he thinks about it and uses his hardening, as he hardens his feet to unbreakable, or his body, as he jumps on it, as he shoots off towards the entrance, as he saw Todoroki and Bakugo was catching up, it's it's Izuku in first, Deku in Izuku in first, Bakugo in second, Todoroki in third. As those are the top three places, and as the team for Izuku will be Izuku, and it won't be Bakugo. It'll be Izuku. Let's say Momo, cause that'd be good. Let's say Ida, and we won't do Denki, cause that'll just be copying Todoroki's team. And let's do Hatsume. Yeah, let's do Hatsume. As I do think. Oh wait, no, it has to be four people. Let me think of one more person. Let's just say. Give me a second to think, guys. Sato, let's say Sato goes on. Sato, the Trigger Man, goes on this team as they make their team as Deku used the pressurized air from that one kid as he pressurizes air around him, as nobody can even get to him with his 10 million points. As Todoroki and Bakugo are just forced to go for minor people headbands, with the people in the exam being the same except for people like Mina Ashido, Aoyama. Denki still be in there because let's say that Denki was on Todoroki's team. And Tokoyami gets on there, Uraraka, and Ida. People like them get still on there. And of course, you know, what's his name? Oh, how did I forget his name? The guy that can control minds. He's still on the team too. Shinso. As the first battle was Shinso versus Deku. As Deku just puts him under a genjutsu and tells him to walk off the stage. As 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 give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, I'm gonna skim through this real quick. As then it's versus Izuku versus Todoroki. As Todoroki makes a big ice pillar, as Deku just uses Amaterasu flames to walk through it. As he's like, use your fire. As Todoroki jumps back, as Deku is just in his, Izuku's just in his face. He's like, how did you get here? And as he shoots flames at him, and Todoroki shoots flames at him, knowing that he can't beat it. So he gets knocked out. As that's where, guys, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Because why not? It'll make you click on the next part if you like this one. And so with that being said, I'm out.